everyone, this is All Things Rosa, and my name is Rosa Nyarath Miyumu. If you're new here, I just want to say thank you for tuning in, and please click a subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for your continued support and the love that you have shown us all through the years. Thank you so much for those who have just clicked the subscribe button. And onto this video, I want to narrate my story to 1,000 subscribers and my dream for starting the YouTube channel and the struggles that I went through. Basically, it's story time, and this story is on how we started and how I started up to where I am at right now. And it's also a big thank you for the 4,000 subscribers, over 4,000. We are not the 4,000, we are almost 5,000 subscribers. Who is God? You cannot limit God. So I just want to tell the story of my journey from the beginning to where we are at right now. So my dream for a YouTube channel, excuse me for the outside noise, there's so much noise coming in. I hope that we'll manage to talk through, because I'm not using a camera. I'm not using a microphone. My microphone broke and I haven't repaired yet. And I'm also not okay. We had an accident. My camera also fell down, and the lighting so just so much to do. So I'm using my phone, and I hope that it will pick the voice as it is supposed to pick. So beginning 2020 was when I was actually to start, but the dream has been there with me. I have had a dream to start the channel way before 2020. I had seen a few videos here and there, and my question was, why not me? And when I got the urge, I still strongly believe that I have a purpose to share something with the singles. But at that time, I was also a single lady, and I believed that there was so much to share in the space of singlehood. And so I wanted, I had a vision of having a team, like something like a talk show with friends, people that are in the same space as me, the single ladies who are waiting to be married, and will share one or two about this. So with time, I shared with my friends. I was not going in it directly for vlogging or in it directly for a particular thing, but the main purpose was to serve the singlehood. That was the biggest dream that I had, and that was the direction I felt that it's directing me to that path. So I decided to source out a few friends who were also in the same space and were willing to share their journey, and we were going to talk about. So the inspiration was from The Real. If you guys ever watched The Real I think is an American program. So The Real, and then I came here and said there's no African version of such a sit down, and I would really love it. There's no Kenyan space, and most importantly, there are no born again Christians who are actually doing this. So I said that why not start and fill this gap, fill this space. And then now I started searching for such talk shows and groups. And here in Kenya again, I came across Over 25. Now, after watching Over 25, I was convinced we needed this. We can do it. We just needed ladies who are convicted and who understand the vision, and we ran with it. So I remember talking to some of my friends, and a few were excited. There was a WhatsApp group. What is it called? It closed down, or rather, I don't know if I left or I was removed or it's no longer there. But there was this WhatsApp group that had so many single ladies from different walks of life. When I remember the name, I'll write it down here. So here there were born again ladies who are looking, and also there are some that were, I think, were in marriages, broken marriages or something, but it was a spiritual space that encouraged women. So here I posted and told them I want to start a YouTube channel, and I would love to have a few ladies who are willing to sit down and talk about their challenges, how they are getting prepared, what do's and don'ts as you're waiting, the waiting period, how it feels like, break down everything. Those who are in career and waiting, those who are jobless and waiting, those who have not figured out yet. It was just a space to talk and open freely. Yes. So a few ladies came into my inbox and they were interested, and then some were close friends, people that I knew, and we decided to have a meeting. So one of our friends hosted us at her place in Donholm, and a few of us showed up to the meeting. We were very enthusiastic about it. So we went and sat and discussed what we wanted, what we would love to talk about. And we were, how many ladies at the meeting? Yeah, 4 showed up at the meeting. And we talked about it, how we are going to execute it, who is going to be present at what time, when will we be shooting, and things like that. So there was a privilege of shooting because I had a ready camera and a little skill here and there of camera handling. I am a photographer. I know video, I do videography, but basically I don't identify as a videographer. I know what a good shot is, I know what is required, I know everything, but I prefer other people handling because I am professionally not trained in video. So it's something I learned as I picked. And here and there I'm good at the skills. I'm good at management of videography. I'm good at directing, but I don't operate the camera. That is it. So I don't operate the camera, but I had a camera. So I was like, I will just do the shooting because we are not on a budget. I will provide my camera, we'll shoot, and we'll start from somewhere. So we had that privilege, and then someone offered their location, their house, as the shoot location. So we had all these things ready. What we didn't know is that one of our girls was actually planning her wedding. So when it was a traditional wedding, and is it like 2 months in, we are still planning, because working with a group takes a lot of plan, and then when the vision, the vision carrier as well, you tend to be a bit reluctant as opposed to the vision carrier, because when you're the vision carrier, you want to see things moving, you want to see order. So when she announced that she was going to get married, we said, let's take a break and celebrate her. Now this one also brought a ton of events, because now we are wondering, we were 4. The goal was single ladies. Actually, even the name we were looking for was just single related. And now she's getting married. How are we going to incorporate her? We were not prepared for this. This part. How will we transition? Because we were also not prepared for this part. I think at that time, the thinking was just hell-bent on the singlehood. And we forgot that even in singlehood, people move, people change, situations change. So this change mentally disrupted our plan, because we did not know how to handle from there. So we pulled back again. And time, as you know, time flies. Time really flies. So time went by, and another got married. And so that we were left 2 of us, and it got a bit shaky, because now, as the vision bearer, I was feeling like, it's not coming to fruition. And the thing that I'm seeing, I am not seeing the married ones inside, but they were willing at that time. And now they're married and they're new in their marriages. Availability, because they're still working on their marital space. Availability is also another challenge. The host also is now married. She can no longer host us at that time. So we have to re-strategize. And it fell. It just scrambled and everything went back. So I still have the dream of our channel. Still have a dream of running this, but I'm not seeing it happening. Then slowly I approached 2 ladies from our church. One was already in that previous meeting. Mwenye tulibaki naye, we were left the two of us as singles. Then I approached another one and asked her, I'll ask her, and asked her if she would be willing to be part of it, and she was very excited about it. And we said, now we will run with this. Now we are going to be 3 ladies, and we scheduled. Now I was the one hosting. I was providing the location, I was providing the camera. Now we had even improved because we had a director. Someone offered to be our director. I will mention them, Kombele agreed to be a director. Then we found a camera person. There were 2. One was he was already out of school. He had started working he was looking at internship at KBC, but he really wanted to get his skills hands-on with the camera, so he was willing to hold the camera for us. And this other one was also trying to grow his directing business, because he had started shooting short clips and video and movies, and he wanted somewhere where he can continuously practice. And he also, because he was a friend, he was just willing to help. And this other one that was now helping us with the concept and everything else, he has been doing this for some time now, and now he felt like, it's time I gave back, so let me support this with my skills. So there we go. We called ourselves to a meeting. We were doing our introduction video. It was around Christmas, around this time. Okay, it was December. Now this was it 2020 or 2020? It was around COVID times. COVID was just kidogo inaisha. We were almost now this craze and the scare of COVID was toning down, and it was slightly managed, so it wasn't as bad as it was earlier. And we had a sitting. It's December. Now our introduction was to happen with the Christmas carols and all that, and a message to what they will to what our viewers will expect. And now when we kick on the year, we just start head on. We had a well worked out schedule. Everything was in order. All we just needed was to show up and have content for the week, and that's it. So we had our meeting. We did our first video. We actually shot a video that I really loved. I loved how it came out, because at that point I was also challenging myself to being in front of the camera. I've been behind the camera for a long time, shooting still photos, and I've always been shy of being in front of the camera. Then now it's not just still photos, posing for a photo, it's a video, and I'm in front of that video. So there was so much tension, there was so much fear, and there was so much anxiety. And now there was that breakthrough, yes, I did it. I was so excited that finally I got the energy to be in front of the camera. So I was really excited with that video. We shot it, and it was shot. The same person that shot it decided to give us an offer to edit. So he edited. All this was done for free. We did it at night. All this was done for free. Then we submitted it for scrutiny. We had a WhatsApp group. Our name was why am I forgetting these things? I should have written somewhere. Yeah, we were calling ourselves the crew. So the crew, I will write the full meaning of the crew there. And so the crew did their first episode. We sent it to the WhatsApp group. Remember, we had a critique. This critique also doubled us as our concept person. And then we were the 3 girls. Now, upon posting it, before we now decide to upload our first video, everyone was like, I don't like this. I think everyone was watching themselves. As now I'm this one, I'm just talking for them. I wish I could have them for a sitting and then we just discuss it. Now that they're all currently, as we are speaking, they're all on the YouTube space doing different stuff. But at that time, no one was in that space, not even me. So that was going to be our first launch of the channel. So I think everyone was watching themselves. You see, like when you take a photo, you'll look and say this photo is not good because I'm cringing, or rather this one is not good. So there is so much scrutiny on the video, and it ended up being not the quality everyone expected. Now for me, as a person that has been in the field for a long time, videography, I knew the quality was not something to go for. It wasn't as good, but at least there was sound, which is good, because once there's sound, if you can't hear yourself, if you can't hear, then that video quality, however good it is, it will not sell the purpose. But in this case, the sound wasn't as good, but it was audible. So and I was considering it's our first. Then the lighting here and there, I'll ask for permission if from the other two ladies, if I can insert the video of our introduction in here so you guys can watch it. I hope they agree. But even if they do not agree, what I'll do is I'll insert it. I'll insert it here, and I will blur or block their faces, so just mine will be seen for you to get what I'm saying. So for consent, it's just so that I can use their faces. But if they disagree, I will block the two. I'll figure out a way of blocking the two, and then I'll use my face alone and my voice so that you get to hear what I'm talking about in terms of production.
And I'm telling you, my heart is pounding. You can't see it though.
Why are you camera shy and you're using the cameras though?
I'm used to be behind the camera, so facing the camera directly, this is a big challenge. But to you guys, we just want to give you our best experiences, the worst experiences, just living the life, our day-to-day life in the realest form, and hope that the one or two that we learn from this set, we might have messages that are set for you, and probably I'll relate to someone out there, someone that has the same character, someone that is willing to start and hasn't started yet. It is very important.
Back to the basics. Bible inakwambia you should trust. Let me prosper. Bible inakwambia you should trust in God in every situation, and I think that this year has been that year for me. Just going back to the basics and just trusting God with everything. And although it has been a hard year, I'm just glad that it was the year it was. Yeah.
We thank God you took it positively.
So, and our our director was also a perfectionist. So he saw this and he's like, I wouldn't want my name to be carried with this quality. So we told ourselves it was worth the try. We tried, and because it's not satisfactory to everyone else, what we do is we can redo. But now, because it is festive season, everyone is traveling to different places. People are going to celebrate their Christmas in different places. So how about we re-strategize come next year? And we agreed on picking up from where we left and starting again. Now we know what we need to change, what we need to adjust, what was wrong and what was right. And we parted ways. We went for our celebration. When we returned, no one was now available. I think people got a bit discouraged. And time passed, a few months here and there, and then weeks to months, and we never met again. And I felt like, oh, this dream of mine, it seems it's not God's plan. Or maybe we are just not now to execute it. Or maybe I was not supposed to do it. So I was almost giving up on YouTube. But I still had that urge I even remember in the course I even shot my niece's birthday, but ideally I was not for vlogs. So as much as I shot her vlog, 2 reasons I did not post it. One, as much as I wanted a YouTube channel, I did not want a vlog, but now this one is a birthday vlog. Should I post it or not? 2, then I said maybe I will post it. Then 2, I still did not know how to edit videos, so I needed help. And everyone that I was asking for help was not willing to help me, and I was not in a position to pay for video editing for a YouTube video that is not producing money. Remember, I have a production company. I have Taraji Pictures, that is photos and videography, and I pay my staff for those work, for video coverage, for editing, and for everything. Now this one is a vlog. You're remembering it's not bringing any income. You do not have a budget for it, and then now you need to pay for editing. So that's when I challenged myself and told myself I'll learn how to do video editing. I've never been interested in video editing, despite the fact that I know what I want, and I know what a good video, an edited video is, and I know what a good quality video is. I never really wanted to put myself into video editing. I felt like it's so much work, it's time consuming, and I do not get the excitement the same way I get with photography or with photo editing. I don't get that excitement with video. So I said that I'll definitely need to learn, and I decided to learn. So as I was learning, I was not really pushing myself so hard or anything. I was just learning for the sake of it, and I reluctantly relaxed. So for like almost the year ending and nothing has happened, a friend of mine comes in. She doubled up as a friend, and she was also doing laundry for me. During whenever I needed laundry done, she used to come and do laundry. So one day she came and she was like, "Hi Rosa, so unataka kufungua YouTube channel, mbona usifungue?" She would ask that often. Hata unaweza ni shoot tu nikifua. Like, she was okay with me shooting hata kifua and posting. And I'm like, no, I don't think, unless you just want it for marketing, but I don't think I should display you out there like that. Okay, for me, I felt like namuuza vibaya if I was to do that. But for her, she was very excited about it. So I said, labda siku moja, but I was very hesitant. And when I'm not excited about something, I rarely don't do it. And if I do it, it comes out bad. So I did not do it. And then one of the many days when she was coming, one day she just came. The clothes were not so many, and then she finished very fast. And she told me, Rosa, so unatakanga kufungua YouTube channel. I always had excuses, by the way. So I would give kelele ya kutoka nje kwa balcony, sijui lighting, sijui sina mtu wa kunishikia kamera. And she was like, toa kamera, nionyeshe nifanye aje na ushike. And she insisted. And that's how we started. Without a plan, without strategy, without a set. This is a long story, but I hope you'll go with it. So she said, with everything, like, just bring the camera, nisetie. She was at a church. She used to also help with the media team, so she had learned 1 or 2 things. I could have the confidence that she will not format or do anything, because at least she had learned grasped 1 or 2 things on camera handling. So she insisted, just bring, set, and let me do the rest. I will hold it for you. She insisted, and I went. I remember doing foundation on my face and a little lippies, and I'm like, it was still singlehood. Nothing was coming to my mind except that, because that is the only thing that has been over and over in my mind. So I said, how do I want to introduce this? I said I would use a concept to do it, and Now thinking of what to use, then I just remembered, they're maize. And I picked maize, and the idea just slipped. Like, it was an idea that was not planned, but the way it came out, you would know that this is something that really was to come out. So she came, she held the camera. I looked for maize. At that time we had popcorn maize, so I used that one to do my display and my introduction. I will the video is actually, I think I will not insert the video. I will link the video so that you can watch it after my very first video. You can watch it after watching this. Don't miss watching out the video. So this lady, now I'll start mentioning names. Irene pushed me to start my first click, my first introduction, my first everything. It was Irene who said, leta camera, weka hapa nionyeshe venye tafanya wewe shoot, tutashoot kitu. And we shot we shot the video. It did not have editing. Did it have editing? It did not. We did not require so much editing. I just needed an intro and the name, and everything was up. I already had the name now at this point. I had even changed from Singlehood now to All Things Rosa. Now I just wanted to do everything and then see where the direction, because for me now, with everything that had happened, I believed that God did not want me to do the Singlehood series, or maybe Singlehood series alone, maybe a message in a different way. But again, when the camera was put, it was the Singlehood that started, and I kicked with that. And I posted the video. In my eyes, rather in my opinion, the video did so well because it got like, was it 200 views? I was expecting something like 1 view, 10 views, or 20 a maximum. How it got to 200, that is how God knows. And that one really motivated me. Really motivated me. And then it was not just that one. It was, I think the people that watched it were sent. Because after that, now I started getting help. I remember going to church and this guy, Ayot asks me, Rosa, naweza kutengenezea intro. I saw your video, I saw your YouTube channel and you're doing well. Allow me to make for you an intro for free. Hata kuniambia ati 3,000, 30,000, 5,000, 1,000. For free. I asked him, really? And you see, I had not met him before. I've heard of him, but I had not really seen him. So we wouldn't say that we were friends or anything. Ati your friend is offering. And I was so shocked. I asked why not. In fact, these are things that I needed. These are the things that I needed. I just didn't know. Some I didn't know that I needed. Some that I knew I needed, but I couldn't execute. And also I felt like my channel is too small. You see the way it's an imposter syndrome. You feel like you're not enough. It's not, you're just doing it by the way. I remember even when I was introducing my channel, I was not introducing with all the strength like, hey, have you watched my channel? Have you watched me? I put a video. No. I would hear someone say, and then I'm like, yes, I have something there. Like I would even discourage the people that I want to view. And when he asked me to make my intro, that one really, I felt good. And I told him, yes, thank you. Yeah, please do. This was after. So now after the first video, the second and third, someone came in as well. Remember the guys that I told you helped with the very first one with the group? So now one, I'm trying to remember his name. Okay, I've forgotten his name because we've not talked for a long time. It's not Hezbon. I'll remember his name and put it here. I'm sorry that I've forgotten because he helped the channel grow. he would constantly come to help shoot, try here and there to set up, to give ideas. He would come. Why am I forgetting his name? Namuona, naona nini. I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name. I think it's because we haven't talked for so long. And I feel so bad for forgetting his name. He helped me with the videos. He would come, shoot, because at this point he's also trying to grow his skills, to grow his confidence in shooting. And he would help me with sit like this, and let's try this angle, let's try this position, and I will shoot videos here and there, a few videos. Now that was before Ayot came in, a few before, so he made his own intro as well. If you see my very first videos, they have different kind of intros. Then now, after Ayot came in, now I had a consistent intro that he made for me. So this guy made for me, I shot and edited, and I never paid him. The only thing that I will do once in a while, and it's really once in a while, was give him transport money. So that is how we clicked with Ayot. We even work together now. And this one, that he currently works at KBC. He got a job with KBC and he's doing a good job there. I don't know why I am forgetting his name. So at this point, my niece also came in, Tatiana. I will not forget her for this. There's a particular video that Tatiana directed me to the end, like sit like this, do this, and I saw a potential in that girl. I was like, this one can do well in production. But unfortunately, for those years I did not help her nurture it. I hope that it's not too late, I can still pick it up. She was very good with directing, and it was just inborn because I've never taken her to where production happens or shown her what. I don't think she has ever gone to work with me at any point, unless it's just photos. And you see, with photos you don't do a lot of directing unless it's just posing, and she helped with that. So there I started getting support after support, encouragement. My siblings telling me, you're doing well, your video's doing well. You meet friends and they're like, oh, they talk about something that you talked about, and that one really motivated me. And I'm like, oh, so I need to keep this going. So the intro was made and we stuck to that intro, and that's how I continued and diversified. Because now singlehood, I think I had not really conceptualized it as much as I would. And then I also said that with my understanding, I think everything else can narrow down to back, because even as a single, you're still living all the other lives. But it comes down to the fact that you're single, you're in a career, you have a house you're managing, you can do cleaning, you want facial. So that's why I ventured into lifestyle. And I also loved fashion. I actually believe that I can be a fashion critic. See me laughing at myself, but I also loved fashion, so I said I'll add fashion in it. And my crazy love for weddings and crashing weddings, so I said I will be doing wedding content as well. So I wanted to, it's a mashup of everything in between. And just basically now I'm doing lifestyle, I'm doing fashion, which I haven't done so much since I got into it, and I'm doing lifestyle, and I'm storytelling as well. And now the channel started growing in bits, but the struggle was to get to 1,000 subscribers. I can remember, I think in almost all videos I will say, let's get to 1,000, let's get to 1,000, let's get to 1,000. 3 years down the line, we are still getting to 1,000 subscribers. Now I've even gotten married, so I'm not in a singlehood situation again. I am now a married woman. We are still looking for 1,000 subscribers. There's this threshold YouTube requires, 4,000 watch hours and 1K subscribers. My watch hours are not worrying me. Watch hours are good. It's growing. I'm almost getting to 4,000, but I'm never getting to this 1,000 subscribers. What do I need to do? So I joined a group of upcoming what is it called, upcoming YouTubers. Here we encourage each other, we share challenges of what you're seeing in this group. Someone started it, it's called Trisha something. So Trisha is the lady that started it, and people really joined, a big number. So it was follow for follow, subscribe for subscription, sub for sub, and watch hours for watch hours. Like, you watch my video, I watch yours, we grow our watch hours. But you see, for me, I was not really worried about watch hours, but it seems like most people that were in that group were there basically for watch hours. So watch for watch was working more than sub for sub. And also I heard that if you do sub for sub and do it immediately, there are so many rules. YouTube drops your subscription. I don't know, because of it's not legit or what. I don't really understand what was behind that. But now someone will subscribe for you today, and you take a few days before you subscribe back, because if you subscribe now and you subscribe without watching a video, I hear that sub is dropped. So you see, all this time, it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it also needs trust, which you do not know. Maybe someone just needs you to subscribe to theirs, but are they willing to give back? That challenge went on like that, and yes, it grew me. I will not lie that group did not help me. It pushed me to, I think, in approximate, I would say I added 50 subscribers from that group. And if anyone watched, then my watch hours really shot up. But I joined the group when I was at 3,500 subscribers, 3,200 subscribers. So eventually I actually got to 4,000 before I got to 1K subscribers. And then after 1 year, it rolls over and they start, some videos, watch hours drop, because after 1 year, it's not counted. So it went down kabisa to, like, I think 1,500 watch hours again. Remember, I'm moving pole, 600 subscribers. In fact, I stuck at 600 for I don't know how long, before I got to 7 and finally 8. So I started sharing what I love most this month, and that is a wedding. I also remember trying, you see, there are so many videos done, so many videos of how to get to 1,000 subscribers in 2 days, how to get to Sibunian. I have watched those videos. And now there's what's her name? There's this Nigerian lady that I followed, and she was like, how to get to 1,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. I said, let me try this one. Let me read and see if I can follow through. And she was like, you can do your shorts, video shorts. Is she Maria? I will also write her name down there. I've forgotten her name. And she advised, if you can do wedding shots, they bring a lot of views, they bring a lot of people, and they bring in a lot of subscribers. And so now I was like, what? This is something that I love. I've always loved weddings. I've always loved sharing beautiful weddings. And this season, weddings were happening big. In fact, before I even watched hers, I had already put up a wedding video of a Kenyan wedding that was really trending. So I put it up because I really loved what was going on, and I saw the reaction, the views and everything. But subscription was growing in a small manner. Then I added more videos, more wedding videos. There was this Nigerian that was, you see West Africans and Tanzanians. I was like, yes, we had a big wedding, a fashion a designer's wedding was happening in Kenya, and it was the biggest wedding of the year this season, at least the one that was publicized. So now that this one was trending, let me try and show Kenyans, if they will watch other videos or other weddings, because other African countries really invest, and I don't think they really get shocked, because for us one wedding can make us stand still. But when I watch when I watch West African weddings, this one that made us stand still are like 10 or 50 of them. Like, then in Kenya we will stand forever. So I wanted to share their experience the Kenyan way, so that we can familiarize ourselves with big weddings and beautiful weddings and people that did weddings over the moon. Then a Nigerian did a wedding, 2 Nigerian ministers, that is Prudence and Peterson. And I'm telling you, that wedding was everything. It was well executed. The theme was heaven on earth. So I said, let me start sharing this heaven on earth, heaven on earth. And I would get amazing clips, and I'm sharing. And I loved it, and the views was growing. Peterson and Nani's wedding grew me kiasi. It grew my viewership to some level, and I kept on. Like, I really posted, because there was nothing you will see from that wedding that was not wowing you or exciting you. From the bridesmaids' clothing, to how the bridal entrance, to the setup, the beautiful setup, to the guests. The guests looked, that wedding was well thought out, and it was a small runway for fashion. It was ideally a fashion wedding. So it stood out for me, and I was like, let me share this one. So in the process of sharing, we still grew. Now we got to 802 subscribers with this wedding. Then in my process of posting a wedding, I came across a wedding video. In this video, there's a lady, a bride, carrying a baby, and another baby is on the tail. Actually, the commenters, people that were commenting, told me to call it a train, not a tail. So the train, another baby was lying on the train, sucking. I deleted that video. Now a baby sucking on, doing her own thing. Like, I think she was drinking, I don't know if it was milk or water, and being pulled along on that train. And that video went viral. It was a white lady. That was the wedding video that got me to the current subscribers that we're in. The video had like 1 million subscribers, 1 million views in 2 days. 2 or 3 days. In 3 days, I had gotten to 1 million views, and it was still growing. Now, I would open my page. When I refresh just like this, from 800 to 1,000 subscribers. So I just thought, oh, thank God I've gotten to 1,000. A few minutes later, 24 hours are not done. I'm doing my own stuff. When I open my page, we are at 2,000 subscribers. Now I'm here posting, thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. Before I'm done with the poster, we are at 1,000 subscribers, and thank you so much for. Once I've posted, when I return, we are at 2,000 subscribers. I try designing. The moment I post, we've gotten to 3,000 subscribers. So I'm like, this speed is too much for me. I think I got a bit shaken, and I put the video on private so that I can breathe and really take it in, because I was not ready for such an outburst of subscriptions. So, and then when I closed it, I asked myself, what is holding me back? What is making me afraid, when I've always been asking myself, okay, I wanted to get to 1,000, But was that all that I wanted? Because now I'm getting scared that I'm growing. And I also told myself, who am I attracting to this page? Will I sustain them? Will I give them value? I asked myself so much questions, and that's why I put the video on private as I was thinking, because now my plan was to delete it, and I'm at 3,000 subscribers now. And I said, I remember talking to my husband and asking him, and I told him, I want to delete this video because it's growing so fast, and most of the viewers of this video, actually it was really watched by Americans. Most viewers are Americans. I am attracting a totally new set of subscribers. How will I sustain them? How will I give them value for the money? Because I need these people value for the subscription. I need these people retained. I needed a number. But I feel a bit overwhelmed. Now I was afraid. I was shaken. I was in fear. Then this verse. I remember him telling, now when I talked to my husband, then he told me that you've been asking for subscribers. Then God has given you, has opened a way. Why are you blocking it? Just let it stream in. God has a plan for you. Then a thought came through, and then this verse came to me. It's Isaiah. Isaiah, yes, 41:10. It's talk about, do not fear, do not be afraid, for I am with you. And it goes on and on. We'll also put it here. And that verse assured me that God is with me. God is working with me, and I should not be afraid about anything. And also I also remembered there was a verse that do not be anxious about anything, for I am with you. So I wrote on to this and said, it is true. God wanted me to start a channel. I also knew I wanted to start a channel. God has promised that He is with us, that He is with me, that He is working with me. Why should I be afraid? And I went back and removed the private and opened it. And the moment I opened, it's like people are still waiting. It is growing, fast growing, and we got to 4,000 subscribers, 900. We are almost at 5K subscribers. The views have gotten to 1.7 million views for that video. And I'm wondering, this is just one shot. And this is the third time I'm posting a wedding, and it has brought all this. So what do I need to do to just to calm it down? And at this time I have also gotten to my YouTube studio, and I see I have gotten to my watch hours limit, because the minimum for you to get monetized, you need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm past 4,000, because when I started posting this, I was at 3,800. I was only left with 2,000 watch hours. If you remember correctly, I told you that I have, in my journey for YouTube channel, I have never struggled with watch hours. I will do another video just to tell people how to attain, how I attained, not how to attain, how I attained. I think what works for me does not work for another person, because you will see there are so many things and tips that we are given, but those tips do not work. So I will show you how I attained the watch hours. And if it works for you, you can try. If it doesn't work, you can try another thing. It's not written on book. One thing I've learned with YouTube is that it's not written on book, and one video can go viral. So right now I'm praying for a viral channel, not a viral video. And I'm also praying to sustain the channel to this far. For everyone that has joined, I just want to say thank you. I have to cut the story from here because my baby is waking up. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for the love that you have shown us. And thank you so much for being here. We are bringing more, and I'll bring change. Until just work with me and see what we are going to do. And do not forget to leave a comment down below. Do not forget to like, and most importantly, do not forget to give me a review and an expectation of what you want to see the channel become. Thank you so much up to here.